Okay, so here's my phone. It is the white iPhone 4. I know that's like a really old model now that we have the 5 out, but honestly I love my phone and I don't plan on upgrading anytime soon because it works just fine. So it's pretty basic, and then my case says keep calm and carry on, and it's purple, which is my favorite color, and it just kind of reminds me to not stress so much about everything throughout my day and just keep going on because I just will get to the end of the semester eventually and everything will be fine. So yeah. And then my background is a quote, and it is, "Sometimes your only available transportation is a leap of faith." And it just kind of reminds me to like live life to the fullest and everything like that. So yeah, and then I do have a passcode, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So here is my home screen. I really don't have a crazy amount of apps, but I do use my phone a lot. So this is my first screen, and I have a lot of basic apps on it. My Messages app, Facebook, Twitter, my Fitness Pal, which I know isn't as common, and honestly I haven't used this app for a while, but I really need to get back into using it. It's just kind of a like diet tracker, and it helps you to just kind of work on your health and everything like that. So you can go to your food diary and add different foods that you've eaten throughout the day. And you can also add your like cardio if you go on a run and stuff like that. So this app is really useful just for kind of keeping track of your health and holding yourself to like your workouts and eating right and everything. So I have that up there to kind of encourage me to start using it again because I've been kind of slacking with that recently. And then the next row of apps is, again, just basic ones. I have my Notes app, calendar, photos. I'm sorry, I cannot talk. I'm so tired today. And then camera. And I use a lot of these pretty regularly. I use the calendar to like check dates and make sure that I don't have something going on before I make plans, and obviously photos so I can see pictures I've taken recently, camera so I can take pictures, and I also use the Notes app all the time to write down ideas that I have for videos and everything like that. And then the first folder that I have on my phone is the Utilities folder. And this is just a lot of basic apps that I use kind of often, but at the same time not every day. So I went ahead and just stuck them all in a folder, and they're easy access right there on my home screen. Then the next app I have is Runkeeper, which is super useful. I love this thing. I haven't been using it as much recently, but I want to get back into using it. It just is a GPS-based app, and you just click start activity and you can do walking, running, and like a bunch of other activities, and it will track your whole activity for you and tell you how many calories you burned and how far you went. And I don't know why I can't click back now. Oh, there we go. But this app is really useful, and I use it when I run, which I haven't been doing recently, but I want to get better about doing again. Next, I have Reminders, which is so useful. You can just kind of put different like to-do lists and stuff like that. So I have a reminders one, a videos to film, and a to-do list. And I try to update them often just so I can kind of keep up with the things that I need to do in my everyday life. It's super helpful. Then I have Settings, which is kind of self-explanatory. Pandora, which is so great for listening to music. Whenever I don't feel like listening to my iPod, I will go ahead and just turn Pandora on. And it's a fun way to discover new music. If you guys don't have Pandora, you seriously need to go get it. It's amazing. And then I have Instagram, which of course everyone is obsessed with. This one is my YouTube Instagram. I actually have 2 accounts, one for my personal life and one for YouTube. So anyway, I'm sure you girls all know what Instagram is, but it's such an amazing app just to see different pictures posted throughout the day and kind of see into everyone's everyday lives, I guess. And this is my YouTube Instagram if you want to follow it. My account name is Curly Hair Love, and I post pretty often. Probably more selfies than I should, but it's just kind of what happened. And then the last 2 apps on my little home page are Tumblr and YouTube, and again, both of those are pretty self-explanatory, but I am obsessed with both, obviously. I make YouTube videos, so this is a good way for me to see comments and watch videos on the go. And Tumblr is actually a really great app. I love using this when I have some free time and I'm like waiting for something. It's taking a long time to load, but I literally can just go on Tumblr and scroll through different posts, and it's just so cool and convenient, and I absolutely love Tumblr. It's just an obsession I've had for a super long time. And then I guess I'll go ahead and go over these bottom apps. So I have my music, oops, I didn't mean to open that. By the way, I love that album that just came up. One Direction has been my obsession recently. But I have music, phone, mail, and Safari because those are ones that I use all the time. So I just keep them down there. And then moving on to the second page of apps, I have a lot more random apps on this page that I use pretty often, but not as much. First, I have a little folder, and it has the App Store and iTunes in it, so if I ever want to buy a song or an app, I just can go into there. This next folder is for travel, and I have a bunch of different apps in here that are super useful when I travel. So I have Just Landed, which is a very cool app. I don't know how long it's going to take to load, but you can put in your flight number, and it will tell you if your flight is on time or delayed, and what gate it's at, and all of that stuff. So it's super useful for when I travel. Then I have the Maps app, which I honestly don't use all that much anymore. I have Seat Guru, which can help you figure out where your seat is on the plane. So this is helpful. I don't know if it's gonna show very easily or not. Yeah, it wants like the flight number and stuff, but that's very helpful to like see if you have a window seat and like where your seat is on the plane. I also have Embark DC, which is basically like a metro map app. So that's helpful to like navigate on the metro since I go to school in kind of the DC area. This next one is Passbook, and that is super useful. You can put like your plane tickets and stuff in there, and then you just have to open it so that they can scan it at the airport. And then the next app is Waze, and that is the best GPS that I have found for iPhone. And you just basically like can pull up different navigations, and it can show you where gas stations are and everything like that. So it's very useful. And then the last app that I have is one for like Amtrak and other train like companies. I haven't really used it all that much because I haven't traveled by train as much as I thought I would recently. So yeah, but that's just all like travel related apps, and they're all quite useful, but I don't use them as much because I don't travel every single day. The next folder I have is editing, and this is kind of all my like little picture editing apps and everything like that. So first I have PicStitch, which I think everyone is familiar with, but I use this for Instagram, and basically it is just for making picture collages. So these are the different frames that you can use, and you just pick one like so, and then you can add a picture to it if it'll let me choose one. So you can just like pick different filters and stuff, and then go ahead and just put the picture in the frame and then put another picture in the bottom. So that's helpful for putting multiple pictures on Instagram at the same time, and it's really fun. Then I have this app that's called Ringtone Maker, and it is amazing. This way you don't have to spend $1.29 just to buy a ringtone, which is so silly. So the basic idea is that you select any song that you want from your iTunes, and you can just make a ringtone from it. So this app is really cool, and whenever I feel like changing my ringtone, I just go in and pick the song, and then I just choose which part of the song I want it to start at, and it will make the ringtone. Oh, my sound isn't on. Oh, hello. So yeah, that's a really cool app, and it's free, so it's very convenient. Next I have Splice, which I haven't really used for a long time, but if you want to do iPhone vlogs and upload from your phone, this is a great app to edit your videos with, and it's also free. And then I have A+ Signature, which is a way to put text on your pictures. So you can just kind of, again, pick whatever picture you want to. Let's see, I guess we'll do the classic Instagram picture of my coffee at Starbucks. And oops, you can just choose text, and then you click on it, and it will let you type whatever you want to. And then you just click done. Oh, it like auto-corrected to some weird thing, but you can like choose the font and then put it wherever you want to on the picture, so that's really fun. And then I also have Color Cap. I couldn't remember what it was called. And this is another app for the same kind of purpose. You just kind of like write a message and then you can put it on a picture. So yeah. And then this is Frame Magic, which has the same kind of idea as Pick Stitch, but it also allows you to choose the color and the shape and everything of the frames. So when I want to get a little more artsy with it, I guess, and I have more time, then I like to do that. And then this is Witagram, which is super useful for pictures when you want to upload them to Instagram, but they don't fit in the square. Let's see. I'll do a picture I took of my outfit this morning. I only took the top half. But as you can see, it just takes the full picture and puts it like into the frame so that you can Instagram it, and it's super useful. And then the last app that I have on my little editing folder is PicFX, and this is the only paid picture editing app that I have. And this is the app that allows you to put like bokeh on your pictures, which is pretty much why I got it, because I love the look of bokeh. I think it's so pretty. I'm sorry, I'm trying to like load a picture. I guess we'll just choose this picture of my coffee again. And you can choose the size that you want to crop it to. And then there's all these different effects in it. And I usually go to lights, which are, let's see, right here. Oops. And then you can choose different effects to put on your picture, and I just think these are really pretty and fun. My favorite one is this one right here. I just think it's really cute. So those are all my editing apps, and that's pretty much what I do to edit my Instagram pictures. I'm honestly not too fancy with them. I know a lot of beauty gurus are, but I usually just do like Witagram if I want to fit the whole picture in, and I might throw like hearts on there with PicFX, and I'm done. Next little folder that I have is video chat, and that is also pretty self-explanatory. Ever since I got my MacBook, I really haven't used these as much. I used to use them more when I didn't have a webcam to broadcast with, so I would Skype with my friends and use Ovo with my friends on my phone. But I also do like to use TinyChat and Blog TV sometimes when I want to watch someone else's broadcast on the go. And then I have my banking app, which is Bank of America. That's just so I can check my balance and maybe like transfer money from my savings account if I need to, and anything like that. This next app is called Spending. I haven't used it for a while, but it's basically like a budget system, and you can put in like when you get a check, like how much you got, and then when you spend money, you can put expenses in, and it will go ahead and like make a graph. I think it'll show it. Oh, well, since I haven't used it this month, it won't show anything. But this is just an idea I had to like keep track of my spending, but I've been kind of slacking with using it, so it hasn't been as effective, but it is a cool app and it's free if you want to check it out. This next app is Remote, which is a really cool app, but I haven't used it for a while. You can control your iTunes through Wi-Fi on your computer. So if you're like kind of on the other side of your room and you want to skip a song, you can just open this on your phone and skip it, and that's really convenient. This next app is Countdown, and I love putting dates in here when I get excited for events or like maybe going home. And so these are just different dates that I put in. I had a countdown to spring break when I was waiting to go home. Now I have a countdown to summer, which is only 50 days away. That is absolutely crazy. And then this was a countdown to my birthday, but it's just repeating for next year. So I turned 20 in 290 days. That's crazy. And then the next row of apps is just another kind of random stream of apps, I guess. I have Shazam, which I think a lot of people are familiar with. But if you hear a song in a store or on the radio that you want to like know what it is and you really like it, you can just touch this button and it will listen and it will figure out what song it is. And it's so useful. I have Shazammed so many songs, and it makes me so happy when I can like find out what the song is just by like using an app, when I used to have to like write down the lyrics and Google them way back in the day. So next to Shazam, I have the Nook app, which I haven't used as much recently, but when I don't have my Nook with me and I want to read books that I've purchased, I can just pull them up here on this app. And that is really useful, though I haven't had much time to use it recently because I am crazy busy with school. So those are just some of the books that I've downloaded and read. Then I have the Weather Channel app, which is pretty self-explanatory. It just lets me check the weather and see kind of what's going on. And then next to that, I have Songza, which is kind of like another version of Pandora. It's a super fun app. One of the things that has always entertained me about this app is the concierge. I think it's how you say it. I guess I haven't signed in a while. I'm gonna move this in case it shows my name, which I don't think it will. Well, okay, it decided to crash on me, so I guess I can't show you girls right now. But Songza is basically like another version of Pandora, but it also has this really cool thing called the concierge, where you can pick like basically what mood you're in and it will choose music for you to listen to. And it's a really fun app. I love to kind of play around with it when I have some free time and want to listen to some new music. And the next app that I have is Snapchat, and mine is personal, so can't give you girls my username, but it's just kind of an app where you can send pictures to your friends and it's a lot of fun. The next app is Pinterest. And this one is my YouTube Pinterest. I don't have a personal one. And I just kind of go on it whenever I want to kind of get some inspiration and just like check out new ideas for like baking and health and fitness and quotes and just all kinds of fun stuff. Pinterest is a really great resource for like getting ideas for different things if you want to check it out. And I love the app because it's a great thing to scroll through when I'm bored. The next app is Swagit, and it is another weather app, but this one is really fun because it will give you like outfit ideas depending on the weather. So I will go ahead and show you girls. That's like the temperature. And this is like the outfit suggestions that it gives me to wear if I'm gonna go outside. Sorry, I think I'm losing my voice, which is gross, but anyway. It's just a cute little app, and I love that it shows you little outfit ideas. And they'll also sometimes have like fun little extras, but I guess, oh, see, like right now it's a dog, how cute. So sometimes they'll have like little fun facts and stuff like that on the side. I don't know, it's just a really fun little weather app that's different from like your average one. And the next app is Keek, which I honestly haven't used in a long time. I made it to talk to some of my YouTube friends, but we don't really use it as much as we used to, so it's just kind of chilling there. And then the last page of apps is a couple folders, and also this app that I just recently downloaded, and it's to help learn Spanish. And I usually would put this in a folder, but I just thought it was so funny that it happened to land on my twin's face, and it kind of looks like it's just like covering her face and just chilling there. So this is my second background really quickly. It's just me and my twin at recruitment this year. It was just a really fun experience, and that picture makes me really happy. So I just think it's really funny that that app happened to cover her face, so it's just kind of chilling there. And moving on, the first folder on this page is games, and I'm not honestly that huge of a gamer with my phone. I don't play any of these too much, but I have Solitaire, The Sims 3, Game Center, Flow, Temple Run, Ruzzle, and Temple Run 2. So those are kind of just chilling there, and I really don't play games all that much. The next folder that I have is shopping, and these are just some kind of like coupon apps, and I also have Pinkberry, Outlook, and Starbucks, and we all need these apps. Let's be real, most beauty gurus are shopaholics, and I'm surprised that I don't have more apps on my phone right now. I don't use these too often, which is why they're on the third page, but they come in handy. And this next folder is my school folder, and I'm not going to open it just because it has a lot of apps that actually have my school name in them, but it's just kind of all things that I need to access for my school. So they're nice and easily placed right here so I can get to them. And then this last one is random, and it's just what it says. Like, I kind of put the apps that you can't get rid of, but I don't really use in this folder, like Stocks and Compass and the regular weather app. Emoji, videos, and Knox is actually a cool resource. you can open like Word documents and PowerPoints and stuff like that and edit them on your phone. So I don't have any documents on here right now, but it is a useful app when I need to open things from like emails and stuff. And then the last app that I have is the one that's covering my twin's face, and it is from a company called Mind Snacks. And it's basically a tool to help you learn a language. And it's just a bunch of different games to help you learn vocabulary and things like that. And I'm sorry it's taking such a long time to load. I just wanted to show you girls this because I think it's so cute. So we'll go ahead and play Swell. And it just gives you like a word, and you have to choose the right one to keep the fish alive and the water from like going down all the way. So yeah, this game is really fun. And I've been brushing up on my Spanish just for fun. So it's actually a paid app, but I just decided to go ahead and get it because I had some money on my iTunes account, and I figured why not, because it's fun. And I do want to brush up on my Spanish because I feel like it's a good skill to have, to speak a second language. So yeah. Anyway, that is all the apps on my iPhone. I really hope this video wasn't that boring. I feel like my phone isn't really all that exciting, but I hope you girls enjoyed this video. It has been requested, and I've been seeing a lot of these going around on YouTube recently. So yeah, anyway, I hope you girls enjoyed this. Bye!